At the start of chapter 11, I'll give you one guess what June is doing. That's right, she's on her phone again, surfing Twitter. If you guessed she was doing anything else, you haven't been paying attention. So creative, this one. This is what happens when you ignore research. You only write what you know. Quang must really love Twitter. June finds a negative review, and I'll give you one guess what the complaint is about. If you said race, you'd be correct. Everything is racist when you're part of the left. Or is the last from a novel a white woman could have written? If June had chosen to write about Chinese soldiers all on her own and done research on the topic, then yes, she absolutely could have written it.
It's not rocket science.
Race has fuck all to do with the author behind the story. June panics and spirals. My career will be over and I'll go down in literary history as the bitch who stole Athena Lou's work. Maybe you should have thought of that before you stole Athena's story, shouldn't you? Also, you get what you deserve, don't you? June continues panicking. Why in God's name did I publish The Last Front? Maybe it's 'cause you're an idiot. A troll on the internet says this about June. Oh, I swear to God, why do all white women look the same? It's a racist comment, which is ironic because the troll is accusing June of racism as well.
Racist policies.
You can't claim the moral high ground about racism while also being racist, but that's exactly what Marxists do all the time. Lovely people, really. Such assets to society. Everything is racist. The rumors continue and some other person says this. Because all the characters were unlikable. Exactly how I feel about this book. More Marxist reviews come in and they pull out the white savior complaint. They call The Last Front a white savior story. They don't like that they've shown valor and bravery by white soldiers and missionaries. They think it centers the white experience. So what if it does? Welcome to how DEI ruins stories. You can't even tell the truth now without the Marxists whining about race.
His books always feel so sorry for white men.
Dude, how can you say that?
Racist policies.
They'd rather you lie about who the hero is, rather than admit that yes, white people do in fact do good things.
What?
Racist twats. DEI, also known as race Marxism, is a racist ideology. Everything is racist. But those men did exist. One missionary, Robert Hayden, drowned trying to save a Chinese man when the steamship Athos was torpedoed by German submarines. Doesn't his death matter too? No. To a Marxist, the death of a perceived oppressor, in this case a white missionary, doesn't matter. Assholes. June then complains about the world and says this. What happened to critical thinking skills? What do you think happened, love? You idiots are off rambling about race so much that you've distracted people from actually being able to think straight. Your propaganda shite has clouded people's brains and now you're mad? Welcome to the world you created. Total idiocy. June continues being completely unaware of her own face when she says this. Also, is it even racist to say that people from the north are better suited for cold climates if it's true? Yes. Marxists think everything is racist. Do you understand yet? Everything is racist.
Racist policies.
If they don't like you, everything you do will be wrong to them, and they will come up with mental gymnastics to tell you why their nonsense is true, even and especially when it's not. I made the creative choices I did because I wanted to broaden the number of human experiences in the story, not to hew closely to stereotypes, good or bad. Hew, chop or cut something, especially wood or coal, with an axe, pick, or other tool. Strange word choice here. Something about sticking closely to would fit better. I'm troubled by how eager this community is to delight in the suffering of others. Welcome to the consequences of your own ridiculous actions! When you let Marxists change your behavior with their oppression Olympics, you get this cutthroat society. If you decide to stop participating, they will do everything they can to cancel you.
You're fired.
And if they succeed, they will revel in your destruction. I guess it's nice to have someone speak in your defense, but in a perfect world, they wouldn't be frequent commentators on Fox News. Marxists are obsessed with identity to the point of stupidity. This guy is defending you, but all you care about is that he's a conservative. He could have told you to piss off. He could have joined in the dog pile on you, but he didn't. You can't see that he's doing a nice thing. All you care about is that he might agree with Fox News. Dumbass. Can you not see the difference in behavior? Mobs of people are cyberbullying you, and the conservative guy is helping you. Do I need to spell it out more for you? Do I need to talk slower? Do I need to talk louder? Do I need to talk louder and slower? He helped you when everyone else was bullying you. Just be smarter. People like June stay stuck on the left because they are obsessed with identity politics. Also, normally I don't agree with fascists, but he's right about ass. LMAO. A fascist would not help her, you morons! It's in the fucking definition of fascist. Fascist. Someone who forcibly suppresses opposition. Forcibly suppressing opinions. I'll give you a clue as to who is forcibly suppressing opinions. I'll give you a minute to think about it. Do you need more time? It's not the conservatives, it's you. God, the stupidity of Quang. IQ of a spoon. Mostly white, mostly male. We get more feminist dribble here. The identity politics of man bad, woman good. It's like I'm talking to a fucking caveman. June complains that when men get caught up in a scandal, they always get off scot-free, while women, poor victimized women, never survive the tragedy of the scandal. You know, it's most likely feminist bullying you, dear. But then some anonymous account with an emoji of the Chinese flag in the bio asked her, "Oh, if you care about Asians so much, why are you dating white?" Apparently, I need to repeat myself yet again that DEI has ruined the world for all of us. You assholes who say that we need to talk about race all the time are the problem. June remembers a time when Athena got the brunt of cyberbullying herself. At the beginning of the book, Athena had just signed a Netflix deal for her newest publication. June makes it sound like the bullying Athena went through happened before the Netflix deal, so her earlier claim that women never recover from scandals is a lie.
Lies and lies and more lies.
Once again, Constance Wu is wrong. This book is no satire. This book is a portrayal of reality. She started getting death threats. Death threats are so common, they may as well become the way we say hi. Instead of good morning, we say, meet me in the alley at 3 and we'll have a duel. Race traitor, and some Asians have no loyalty for their race. Ah, our 7th grammatical error. It should be loyalty to instead of loyalty for. Race traitor is a retarded phrase. You should not be loyal to a race. That doesn't make the world better. This book is proof of that. You should be loyal to your country, your religion, your friends, and your family. If you're loyal to a race, that just makes you a racist.
Racist policies.
But someday they will wake up and learn that white supremacy will not save them. Let me tell you a secret. No one says white supremacy will save them. What are you on about? Someone mocks my enthusiastic review of Wonder Woman from 2018. Of fucking course, Hayward loves white woman savior narratives. Leftists do not know what good stories are because all they can see is race. This book is again proof of that. Online, you can tell Stephen King to go fuck himself. Why? Why would you want to do this in the first place? Stephen King reviewed your book saying, "This is a great read. Crime, satire, horror, paranoia, questions of cultural appropriation. Plenty of nasty social media pile-ons too, but basically, just a great story." We did not read the same book, dude. He gave you a good review and you want your character to think, fuck Stephen King. What a bint. I imagine a crowd of angry voices and pointed fingers converging on me to rip pieces of flesh from my body. Kwang writes more gross metaphors that make me want to lose my lunch. So compassionate, huh? The people bullying June make her feel like this. The next time a leftist lies to you that they're kind, compassionate, and empathetic, don't believe them. If you do believe them, you get what you deserve. Bloody decomposing shreds of my virtual identity. Describing how an online reputation gets ruined to being ripped to shreds by a werewolf and left to decompose in a dark forest is how leftists see you after they bully you. These are not kind, compassionate people.
It's not rocket science.
This is one of the most racist chapters in this book so far, hence my anger in this video. It's also a very accurate portrayal of how leftists behave, hence not a satire. I'm a little surprised Kwang was so willing to reveal all the evil leftists do. I'm not adding any more qualities to June since she was the victim in this chapter. Nothing really happened either, other than her proving that she's got the IQ of a dust bunny. In Chapter 12, for once June is out in public. She attends a panel with a bunch of other panelists who are, you guessed it, insufferable. Annoying cow number 1 is named Eileen Zhao, I think.
I don't care.
Eileen interrupts June with one of the stupidest complaints leftists have. Eileen interrupts me. My name is pronounced Eileen. Look, I understand people wanting their names to be pronounced correctly. I like mine pronounced correctly as well. That's not the problem, though. I was copying Annie's pronunciation, and Aileen hadn't interrupted her. The problem is the inappropriate rudeness towards June based on racism and the snobby attitude that comes with that. I just think it's very important that we get our names right, Aileen says to a smattering of applause. The hypocrisy and passive-aggressiveness of Eileen's behavior makes me want to pronounce her name wrong on purpose, so I will. Do you see what being obnoxious gets you? It makes people want to disrespect you. It may be petty, but so is Aileen. I used to be afraid of telling people they gotten my name wrong, but I've now made it a part of my praxis. The obnoxious snobbiness continues with a fancy word. This means practice. She means this is how I operate now. It matters that we demand respect. You will not receive respect if you demand it. The types of people who demand respect often get disrespected because they are obnoxious, as we have just witnessed with Aileen here. If you want respect, you have to earn it. Carry yourself with confidence. Be genuine. Be productive. People will generally respect you for that. When you run around screaming at people to respect you, they will not like you. All you will achieve is the opposite of what you want.
It's not rocket science.
Aileen finally shuts up and June talks about her book. Usually when I tell this story, I get riveted stares, but maybe this audience has simply decided to hate me. Welcome again to how leftists are obsessed with identity. I feel like I'm reading the same chapters over and over and over again. Once the identity of a person isn't one they approve of, everything you say automatically becomes uncredible. If you're curious about why people are so divided, it's because the left has decided to throw everyone into an identity box, and all they see is the label. You cease to be a person. They've closed their minds to you. It's like talking to a wall. We get more racism from Crazy Bint number 2, Diana QIU. Oh, really? Diana QIU cuts in suddenly. So you have a problem with unacknowledged Asian labor? Diana is upset at June for being white and talking about an Asian topic. Again, Kwang is drilling it into our faces that only certain people can write certain stories, and she's lying!
You're a liar.
That's censorship. It also hurts the Asians because no one will want to research or look into anything concerning Asian culture because they won't want to deal with this kind of racist nonsense. Instead of being happy that someone has taken an interest in Asian topics, Diana is upset that June is white.
Racist policies.
This makes Diana racist. And no, I don't buy into the bullshit that you can't be racist against white people. If you're mad at someone and their race is the reason, then you're a racist. The panel moderator tries to save the panel, but let's face it, she can't. Please, Annie says, more loudly this time. This is not an appropriate venue for that discussion. The appropriate time to put the kibosh on this childish behavior was when Ailing was wasting time whining about her name being mispronounced. It's too late now. You're outnumbered by the twat waffles. We continue to the end of the hour, but no one cares anymore about Annie's prepared questions. Leftists ruin everything they touch. This is an example of how they do it, written by a leftist herself. June goes home and talks to her friends online. Marnie says this: confronting you like that in public is the opposite of classy. She clearly wasn't looking for a resolution. She just wanted attention. Based. If Diana had really wanted to resolve anything, she would have pulled June aside after the panel was over. It was obvious she wanted to be an entitled, spoiled, racist attention whore. Diana QRU's website, where her latest exhibit titled Mukbang features her chewing hard-boiled eggs painted to look like Asian faces for 13 minutes straight while staring into the camera wearing an unchanging deadpan expression. Leftist art, everybody, topped off with a hint of cannibalism. This chapter was insufferable. Kwang touched on the mispronunciation of names being a stick up a leftist ass. They really hate it when you mispronounce their names. I don't know why. We have grown-ups acting like whiny babies at a book panel and more lecturing about how only certain people can write certain stories.
Lies and lies and more lies.
You know, just in case you forgot that you're not allowed freedom and creativity when you write. Isn't that the entire pissing point of writing? June got victimized again in this chapter, so luckily for her, she acquires no more terrible traits.